Hello, hello. Happy Monday. It's time for chapter 2 of Crystals Beyond Beginners. You know, this is about awakening consciousness and the precious gifts that we have that we can utilize in our life. And so before we really delve into the book, I want to say, and I'll say it again at the end in case some of you join in late, today's a cyber sale here at the Crystal Garden. We have 2 cyber sales a year. One is Christmas in July. That's today. So across the hall, we are boxes piled. And we're all like this, 5 of us working on it?
Yeah.
5 of the 6 of us that are working today are in there getting everything ready and shipping. And so my brain is still kind of over at my desk, so bear with me. But if you want to participate in Christmas in July and receive 50% off of our Crystal Garden Aromatherapy and all of our Crystal Garden brand products, you can go to thecrystalgarden.com and fill up your cart with sprays and oils and Crystal Garden brand jewelry. This is not one of them. What else? CDs, my spoken audio that 7. I self-published. There are 7 of them, yeah. And then use the coupon code July 2019. That's JULY 2019. And guess what? You may not call in your order. You may only do this online, and it is only one day, so today's the day. If you're on our email list, you are going to be lovingly bombarded with emails to remind you, so don't take offense. It's just a little marketing thing that you do with the cyber sale, and then we'll be back to our once a week emails, all right? All right, so crystals, meditation, and mindful manifestation. So that's what this chapter is on. I didn't even look at myself. How's it going over here? It's all right? All right. Intention and the power of affirmations. So as far as I'm concerned, everything that we do in regard to working with gemstones is really about intention. It's about affirmations. We do have a studio audience participant, Uno. And Kate is here, by the way, my co-host, Kate.
Well, of course.
Welcome, Kate.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for managing everything. So intention is deciding what it is that you want to create, keeping your focus on that intention, and then affirming it. And I like to add visualization to that, visualizing a positive outcome as you want it to manifest. So that's what this chapter 2 is about. It starts on page 23. And I am ready anytime that you want to start typing in questions. Kate is going to bring it to my awareness. And do we have any questions yet?
Not yet, but
okay.
We have a few members watching.
Oh, good. Hi, everybody.
Paula and Beverly and Holly.
Aw, hi. Wonderful. Yay. Okay, so I'm looking at my book and looking at page 26. What interferes with manifestation? So sometimes we unconsciously or subconsciously have programs running under our consciousness that will prevent us from creating the reality that we want. So if we have belief systems from, let's say, childhood, that it's not okay to have money, you know, or that people that have money are not great money, that they're not good people somehow. That sometimes are. Then that is still maybe even not even in your conscious awareness, but way down deep. So that sometimes takes like time to really uncover what did happen when I was little. Was it okay to have plenty of money and plenty to share, or plenty of things and plenty to share? And if for some reason it was frowned upon or whatever, then it may be time to cut the cords from that perception, from that reality, from that belief system, so that you can manifest what you desire. It doesn't have to be just about money, but that's an easy one for me to use an analogy. Making use of meditation and mindfulness. So, you know, some people get into the space of believing that it's so hard to meditate. And only if you really believe it is. But if you let yourself have an opportunity to observe your breath, follow the breath, the inhale and the exhale, which we do normally without thinking about it. Obviously, I'm breathing right now, but I'm not thinking I might need to breathe in, I need to breathe out. But when we do that in relation to quieting the mind, then we have our focus on something that's usually automatic, and it prevents us from thinking about other things a bit. Then the other thing is to become aware of what are the thoughts that are constantly intruding or coming up. We always are thinking. It's just part of our way of being on the planet. Unless we're sitting in a cave somewhere, and we might still be thinking at that point.
I hope so.
Yeah, right? Hopefully you're thinking
Some
of
kind of contemplation or something.
some kind of contemplation. I don't know what we would be thinking about, but I'm not in a cave. So what the practice of meditation is mindfulness, is just becoming aware, what am I thinking about? And that in itself is a practice. And you can do this for 5 minutes at a time. It doesn't have to be like this major production and a big sit down and ritual, although that's fun and cool too, you know, to get on a special meditation cushion and have special music, maybe light your incense or aromatherapy. Okay, so mindfulness practice. What are you thinking? I love to ask myself that. Margaret, what are you thinking, you know? And I like to ask that of people who are working toward becoming conscious. So I'll see on page 28 here, I'll just read a little bit of the book. Sometimes we aren't conscious of the thoughts we are having. A practice of observing your thoughts or becoming conscious of them and shifting your awareness to what really matters is your first step in designing your personal reality. When you set the intention to know yourself better and to be more aware of your thoughts, you are in a better position to remove the thoughts that are no longer working for your highest good. Because then you realize, oh, look, I've been thinking this thing that's opposite of what I want to achieve, which is often worry. Worry is the opposite, you know. So that's something to consider. So read more about that on page 28. Am I doing this at the speed of light because I'm thinking of our sail across the hall? Hopefully I'm not doing it too fast. We are in the angel room at the Crystal Garden here, and we left our door open in case people decide to participate. So you might even hear, I don't know if you can hear the music in the hallway or customers that are browsing in our hallway area because we have merchandise there too. All right, so chapter 2, page 30 starts a section on matching up crystals with intentions and positive thoughts. Now I have a whole deck on this called the Crystal Intentions Oracle. I got distracted, customers were going by. But I still came back to focus. So the Crystal Intentions Oracle gives you 44 gemstones with matching crystal intentions in categories of life. Are you running over to get that?
Yeah.
And the sections within the Crystal Intentions Oracle, thank you. You're afraid to get in front of the camera, I saw that. No. The Crystal Intentions Oracle is divided by color and category into the same sections as what I went deeper and further into in this book, Crystals Beyond Beginners. Friendship, love, relationships, and romance, that's a category of intentions that you want to match up positive thoughts. Health and well-being, feeling healthy and well, you know, your physicality. Money, creativity, and motivation is another category. Safety and protection, that makes sense, just feeling very safe and knowing that you're always divinely protected. So we're going to match up crystals and such. Happiness and self-confidence, and intuition and communication, expression. So in this chapter we dive into some ideas on where you can place your gemstones, how you can incorporate them in your life, so that will be something you'll be reading on your own. But we have an example. Which categories? This looks like self-confidence over here.
Oh, I started over there with love and romance, and then health, money, protection, self-confidence, and then intuition.
Very good. Thank you, Kate.
Certainly.
Kate sets up our, what do we want to call this? Our studio.
Our tablescape.
Tablescape, that's right. So over here we'll start first with love. And I'm assuming you looked in the book to do this? Excellent. And I see a combination of Margaret's crystals and store gemstones.
Correct.
See how I pay attention to them. So here we have malachite. Malachite is good for uncovering patterns that we might have. And it's a heart-centered stone because it's green, because the heart chakra is green and pink. Let's see. This tabula quartz would be good for being able to communicate well with another person and really hearing and listening as well as expressing. The citrine and the golden calcite are having the confidence and courage to perhaps set boundaries and being able to speak up for what you really want in the relationship versus just going into whatever your partner or relationship person wants you to do versus what you really want to do. So that, I think, is an important facet of a healthy relationship. Ruby and zoisite and ruby, very good for sexuality, sensuality, taking action, moving forward, allowing love to come into your life. Angelite is also for communication and expression. So hopefully you're seeing the stones and where is this set up in such a way you can see it?
Yes.
Good. And then this one, I have one of these on my desk. Is this from my desk?
No.
Oh, you got this from the showroom? Yeah. Okay, because this looks like mine. Just checking. Yep, it's got a price tag.
Yep.
Should I do QVC?
Yeah.
So for $75, you could have this beautiful, and there's only 3 or 4 left.
I think there's only 2.
Is there 2 left?
Yeah.
So now I'm being a little bit silly because that's what QVC, don't they do that?
Yeah.
I haven't watched
you have
it in
to
a
go
long
like
time.
this though.
What, just shimmer it?
Yeah.
I guess because I'm standing in front of the financial section over here. Anyway, that's pink calcite. These are gorgeous. We only have, that's right, we have one of those big Jagunda ones left.
Yes. Yeah.
So the idea with that, to get back to what we're really talking about, is that this is about matching an intention with whatever gemstones you choose, whether it's these exact ones or different ones, in regard to what you want in relationship in life. Other samples for health and well-being, we have sodalite, covalite, these 2 are sodalite, and this is a cute little piece of prehnite. This is not for sale, this is mine.
No, that's yours. It looks like a caterpillar.
Doesn't it? It's
yeah.
a little caterpillar. So that's for nurturing and self-confidence and ability to digest everything well. The blues are for staying calm. If we are stress-free, we stay healthy. Bottom line. Super easy, super oversimplified. Let's see. I'm not going according to the book, so I'm sure hopefully what I wrote in the book and what I'm saying is similar. Yeah, of course it is. Do we have any questions yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Paula Wheeler.
Hi, Paula.
said, I noticed that a particular gemstone is good for a variety of uses. Is this because of intention?
Yes, intention, and also because of the components. So, of course, you can pick up a rock out on the road if you want and make a specific intention to match it so that every time you look at it, every time you touch it, every time you align with it, it's bringing back to mind mindfulness, exactly what it is that you want in your life versus what you don't want. And there are different things, like I could say pyrite would also work for self-confidence in relationships. It also would look good for money and prosperity and abundance. But I could also say this is self-confidence too, over here for happiness and joy. So it does go in different areas based on color and what I have, and many other authors on gemstones have identified as the use of that gemstone.
Well, and it's similar to like how you need self-confidence to accomplish many things in your life. So that's how it applies to many things as well.
It does.
By giving you the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Well said. You're welcome. No, thank you. Any other questions before I go on?
No.
How about from you, my dear? Anything?
Yes, I have questions. I also want to say that I bought that deck.
Did you?
And it's beautiful and I love it. I have no idea how to use it, but just having it and touching it and reading it, I learned, but I'm not exactly sure how to use it.
Well, that is one of the main reasons to have it, is to pull a card, look at the card, read the card, flip over the other side. You get to learn stone identification that way. You get to start putting more positive words or thoughts in your consciousness, because the more that we have more positive thoughts, no matter what part of life, it's good. And you can also, if you wanted to do a spread with it, you could. When I say a spread, that just means, say you want to have a question in your mind, like we do when we do the gemstone oracles. You have a question in mind, and then you pull maybe 3 cards, You could do 5, you could do 7. But the idea is that when you place the cards out in front of you, you can even do this with rocks, picking a pile of rocks and putting them in the order, and then looking at them and maybe looking up, because there's also a booklet in this deck,
Right.
more about what that stone is about, and then you can apply it to your situation. It almost creates like a paragraph or a sentence.
But if my situation is financial, can I pull out besides the green cards?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can, because it might also give you some ideas to uncover reasons that maybe it's you're being prevented from moving forward. It might be some other aspect of your awareness that's presenting. Is that what you were thinking too? Yeah. Good. Thank you for asking the questions. That's good.
We have another one from Facebook.
Yay.
Elaine Weiss asks, is there a gemstone that helps with grief?
There are. This came up a lot over this weekend. I just taught the Chakra Awakening Crystal Healer Level 1 this weekend. Long days, beautiful people. It came up often during that. So just came to my mind because we talked about it so much. So Apache tears are beneficial for grief. That's a black obsidian stone. Rhodonite, the pink and black combination variety, very beneficial for comfort and also to let yourself embrace what you're feeling, to be comfortable in embracing it. For some reason, unakite is coming up to mind, which is not normally what I say for grief, but that helps to balance emotions so that there are periods of time that you can function in the world when you're in deep grief. So that might be helpful to help you kind of gain some balance there. And if you're noticing in the grief process, I'm saying different stones than I normally do, but that's maybe for a reason. If there are periods of time of great deep sadness and you can't even function, and then you're okay, I'm happy, everything's okay, so mood swings, Lepidolite is very good for that. Other gemstones actually I want to mention hyacinth essential oil. So seeing that we're having the cyber sale and you wanted a 50% off okay, as well. July 2019 is the coupon code, online only. Hyacinth oil is very beneficial for helping in the grieving process. I used it for different times when I've lost people and pets, animal companions. Keep putting my hands on the pink calcite, so any pink stones, pink calcite, rose quartz, creates comfort, helps with activating comfort in your life. That's what comes up now.
Yeah, those are good ones.
Right?
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, this little section on financial abundance, this is the abundant category. So we have a little jade money tree, or a jade tree. In this case, it's a money tree because we're talking about financial abundance. We have grossularite, also mine.
It is yours, yeah.
Mine. I recognize my rocks, my personal gemstones.
Well, garnet was mentioned, so I thought green garnet would too.
Green garnet.
Green anything.
Right,
Yeah.
it is. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And this is red garnet. This is green garnet. Pretty cool, right? I love that piece. See how you can see through it? I don't know if you can through the video, but it's very beautiful. Green aventurine and citrine in combination. I noticed you put them next to each other. Good. I have the best assistant in the world. Kate is amazing. I have the same piece of, no, not these pieces, in the front, in our cash register since I opened the store in 1988. The same green aventurine and citrine pieces are in that cash register. Even when that cash register was a cigar box, it still was in that cigar box. Yes, handwritten. We used to handwrite everything.
Yep.
Thank goodness we could never do what I'm doing now. Pyrite, right? That would be...
That would be insane.
Because I also did the bookkeeping with big ledger sheets back then.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're in the financial section, so I'm going to talk about general ledgers and, and posting to your bookkeeping pages. So this is chalcopyrite, this is pyrite, and pyrite is great because it's very good about having a strong foundation, and it also was known as fool's gold throughout the ages. Any other questions on the floor over there?
We do have one from
Okay.
Jamie Bailey.
Hi, Jamie.
would going through your cord cutting program help to better be able to meditate?
Probably. I mean, it's not necessary to do it because I'm not big on upselling, but yeah, it would. And because you're also cutting away issues. You're talking probably about the Academy of the Spiritual Arts online version, I'm maybe guessing. And if it is that, then you own that for life and you can keep replaying that for different scenarios and situations that arise. You can cut cords from people, places, situations, things that have happened, not just one person, but over and over and over again for various scenarios. So that would help for mindfulness, it would help for becoming clear, because the meditation or the visual imagery that brings you all the way to the point of the cord cutting in itself is a healing and is a very cool meditation practice on its own, even if you don't end up cutting a cord in that process.
Yeah. And we'll remember to link it.
To add it later.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll add the link to go to get the cord cutting. And then there's also the cord cutting CD that you could buy if you wanted to do that. That one is a published one, so that's not part of the sale for right now, because that is published by a wonderful publishing house, an Inner Traditions Fintorn Press. Thank you for that, for them. I give gratitude to all my publishers, Llewellyn Worldwide and Inner Traditions. Okay, what is this? This is our protection neighborhood. Yeah. So here we have. Now I will do a little bit of, ooh, look at this rock.
It's beautiful.
It is. They're so cool. Yeah. So I found when I was I bought a lot of rocks recently. I'm sure I mentioned that in various, probably.
Just a few times.
Just a few thousand times? All right. This is black tourmaline, and black tourmaline, I haven't in the past found it that many times in a sphere. Now I see it more frequently. But this time they left part of it not fully polished out, which is so cool because you can see the formation. So now we'll go from the geological stuff to why we would use a black tourmaline, whether it's a sphere or a piece of black tourmaline like this. That's a tourmaline in its natural form with a natural termination on the end, is to help deflect negativity. So the thing that I would like to bring up about deflecting negativity is so often we're so focused on deflecting negativity that we forget to replace that space with goodness and love and well-being. So it needs to be an automatic, like it goes hand in hand with each other to, you know, as we clean out, we bring in and replace with love and well-being, because the universe abhors a vacuum, an empty space, and we'll try to refill it right away with something because it's used to having something in that space. So with that in mind, remember to always add blessings and love and gratitude to balance out, to counterbalance. This is a beautiful piece of amethyst that I think has hematite or clay inclusions, perhaps both.
That's a gorgeous piece.
It really
Couldn't
is.
resist.
That one is gorgeous. This piece is $27.
Really?
Yeah,
Only?
isn't that inexpensive?
Yeah.
I did. Well,
I didn't even look at the price when I pulled it in.
When I get good deals, I pass it on. The other day we had someone with copper, and one was a much bigger piece of copper and the other was a smaller piece of copper, and she wanted to know, like, why and they were both equally good quality.
Yeah.
So I went, it was so bad, I went over to said, so, if you want, I could double the price on this so that it's like the right price in comparison to these lesser priced ones. She's like what? Like, I got a good deal. I'm passing it on to you. Just get the bigger piece.
Enjoy it.
So I don't mark things up just because it's, you know, if I get a good deal, I pass it on. So amethyst and clear quartz. So clear quartz is for maintaining clarity, to see the situation. This has to do with protection and safety. So if we're situationally aware, you know, we can pay attention, see what's going on around us, we're going to be much safer versus being like, what's the word?
Oblivious?
Oblivious. I was going to say a doorknob. I think oblivious is much better. Much classier. We got the real Margaret here, and we're not doing any fancy show. Amethyst is good for transforming and transmuting challenging situations. So you can have a little tumbled stone, you could have this on your nightstand, on your desk, you know, anywhere in your house, in your beingness. Wow, that's a nice piece of, I got distracted by a shiny thing. Also a good price. This one's $27. This is a piece of pyrite that's a specimen. That's a really gorgeous piece. I love the way that forms. So this is now the well-being.
Confidence.
Oh, confidence.
Yeah.
That's right. Confidence and happiness and joy category. So notice pyrite could be in a lot of different places. So this pyrite is to activate light, brilliance, and also be grounded in your approach. This is a pyrite obelisk. These are brand new too. Only $12. Is this turning into a sales pitch? It's not meant to. It's just that I get to play with them in a different way, right? And then we have a citrine heart. Citrine is the one that I go to most often. Citrine, golden calcite. They're very good for uplifting, raising one's self-esteem, being able to digest all that's going on around us, and within our lives. And before I do this one, I'll check any other questions.
Yes. Karen Maynard has a question.
Hi, Karen.
She says she needs to work on subconscious programming and self-sabotaging programs running. What crystals do you suggest for that?
Clear quartz is good for gaining clarity. Perhaps black tourmaline to stay grounded. But the crystal, I'm going to remind you, this, isn't going to abracadabra do it, as much as maybe other people might say, oh yeah, just hold the crystal and voila, it's all taken care of. You're really still going to have to do the work that's associated with it. So I would say the clear quartz, even apophyllite, which is really great at helping you to, gain clarity, bring focus, and uncover and discover. I would say through meditation, but also some writing, journaling, even if you prefer typing into a computer or a tablet. And have the crystal in hand, form the intention, and then do the work and try to get back to the origin of where it started from. I hope that helps. You may have heard me say, Karen, and I know because you've been in quite a few of my events and classes, it's like doing the recapitulation exercise, which is the exercise where you go back through your life, starting as early as you can remember, your earliest memories. And this is based on teachings I learned through actually a book called from Carlos Castaneda's teachings, to go back early in life and write down your addresses, all the addresses that you lived at, and in each address or each location where you were at the various ages, as many people as you can remember, whether it's the childhood friends, if you had a lot of relatives around you, cousins, who was in your life. And then as you do that, it will bring up situations, it will bring up memories, and those memories may be very much associated with whatever the block is or the subconscious situation is. And cord cutting, for that then would be immediate. It would be good to just do right in that moment. It's like, okay, I don't want this to affect me anymore. That was then, and this is now. So that's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Good.
She says she loves apophyllite, yes, journaling, and okay.
Okay. Yay. I love apophyllite too. This one is $61. That is.
And just deservedly so. It's
fully
beautiful.
terminated all the way around, except for this one little piece that is its own point. That is amazing.
Yeah.
Even onto the side, this must have grown like this. This is probably where it was attached.
That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure that would be. It can't stand up on its own because they didn't polish it, but that you can see by that little spot there. Nodule. Is that what that is? Almost like a stalactite.
I just made that up.
Or a stalagmite.
Yeah.
Out the side. This is great for meditation. One piece of apophyllite, get one little one, not one gigantic one, and put it on your forehead. It's amazing. It really brings peace and serenity. So I should probably do this because we probably have to wrap up. Are we getting there?
Yes, we do. It actually is 12:30.
Oh, there you go. I'll just mention this.
Yeah.
This is what category? Spirit communication.
Communication.
And intuition. Excellent. So, wow, that's beautiful. So we have labradorite. Here, let me flash that for you.
That's
I'm
my
flashing
favorite
you.
piece.
Is it? I'm
We've had it
flashing.
for a while, and
Have
I
we?
have my, yeah.
Oh, is that because you have your juju on it? He loves this piece.
I love it.
$77.
If somebody bought it, I'd be okay.
Okay. Very pretty. That's got good flash. Good yellow and almost like a pink. Very nice. Okay, anyway, distracted by the pretties. Labradorite is great for reflection, inner reflection. Also to observe the mirrors that life serves us, that life presents us, to help for greater insight and understanding. Lepidolite, this is the cutest, one of my cutest little pieces. I never saw another one like this. This is a very old crystal of mine. This is lepidolite. Lepidolite has the lithium mica, and that's good for bringing balance and emotional chill that emotions. This is not bad. $16 for a heart. This is a beautiful selenite heart. Selenite is good for connecting with the divine, opening your higher awareness, and allowing for divine communication to flow through you. And it doesn't have to be in a woo-woo kind of way. It can be just in a, you have realizations and you utilize those realizations in your daily life. And celestite, which is a perfect throat chakra stone, is great for developing the 6 clairs, as are all of these that I just mentioned: clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairolfaction, and clairgustation, which you can read about more. Here, this is how we'll do this. See how we'll do this? Which you can read about more in any of my books, but also in this book that we're talking about today, which is Crystals Beyond Beginners. I think it's time to sign off, unless there's anything else that you can see or that I need to address or respond to.
Don't believe so. Nope.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming in person, and thank you for attending live here. And next Monday,
There's nothing.
nothing. Oh, that's right.
You're
I'm
at the
going to be at
library.
Glades Road Library in Boca Raton. So if you're in Boca, that's where I'll be. Come to me and come and visit me and come to that presentation at, I want to say 2-ish, but it's on my website, margaretannlembo.com. Thank you all for watching and have a great day. Now it's time for me to go back to the cyber sale. So go to thecrystalgarden.com, online only, for your 50% off the Crystal Garden brand products. Coupon code July 2019. Thank you.
Just keep smiling.
I'm smiling.